Hi there. So I haven't done a video for a little while. I've been away out and about, so just catching up where I promised to, and wanted to do a video on the Mutation X mechanical mod. So here is the box. I have it in the silver, so the stainless steel. This is an authentic mod, and it costs about, I got it for about £30 I think. Comes in this sort of funky packaging, nothing particularly special, but perfectly nice. It's sort of foamy and rubberized on there. You've got some detail on the back, but not a huge amount, and then the details, and then the mod itself. So you take that particular piece out, throw it that away, and there is the mod itself. It is 95mm in height, I believe, and it is a 22mm mechanical, fully mechanical mod, and it has a top cap with a copper contact there, and there's also some silver plating in there, I believe, as well, and there's either some Delrin or some Peak in the side. It is a 510 connection rather than a hybrid, so you'll be a little bit safer using that with your atomizers with a shorter center post, and no battery rattle. It seems to be pretty good. It has a spring-loaded firing pin. No, spring-loaded firing pin, Mutation X, and this is number 5827, so a decent amount has come before me. My first sort of comment is this firing pin is lovely, and it's got a nice throw on it, but when you're using it, it can tend to back out a little bit, so your connection is lost a bit, so you do have to tighten it back up again from time to time. In the side, if you can see there, like all of the mutation atomizers, let me just grab one on my tugboat. You can see it's got a similar design, so they match up, and that is on both sides. So there's 18 venting battery venting holes if you're unlucky enough to get a venting battery. And yeah, it's a very simple, basic tube, really. As I say, if we take that out, take the battery out, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see right the way in. Yeah, you are, yeah, actually. It has a copper contact on the bottom, again some more insulating Peak or Delrin, and then you won't be able to see that, but as I press it, the bottom actually just pops up, so the contact hits. It's a perfectly decent mod, actually. It's very solid, it's nicely made, the threads are beautifully smooth. It also has these 5 fins at the top, which are supposed to be heatsink fins. I understand, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong about this, but yeah, they are heatsink fins to try and dissipate a little bit of the heat from the RDA. Whether that's necessary or not, or whether it's more aesthetic, I don't know. But hey, there we go. Cool, so I'm just going to have a little vape on this. So I am using my Freakshow Mini. This has a 6-wrapper 24 gauge canthal, and actually, as you can see, or you may be able to see, there is a bit of a gap at the top, which is annoying. Oh well, never mind. Okay. As you can see though, that actually, sorry you can't see, that turns very, very easily, so after a while it is going to back out a bit. it doesn't hit the hardest in the world, but hey, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's a good little mod. It's something which I've been enjoying. I wouldn't necessarily rush out to buy this over some of the other mods I have, but it is quite handy and compact when you compare it to something like the rig, which is massive, or even the tugboat for that matter. Really, I suppose I should be using one of the mutation atomizers on here, but not like the Freakshow. What I'm going to do next, I appreciate this is a little bit of a boring video, but I just wanted to get this one done and dusted. I'm going to look at the glass RDA, which comes with the fishbone, and I'm also going to have a look at, in fact, why don't I look at it now? So the comp cap, which comes with this, which I am much more excited about. So this is the Freakshow Mini RDA, which has had millions of reviews done about it. Nice 510 little drip tip there. Pops out, easy peasy, and you have a deck there which has the grub screws or the Allen screws or the hex screws, whatever you want to call them. It has bottom airflow, which comes up through there and hits in there. So I don't know if you can see. Let me put some light on this situation. Come down. So there's the build, looking a little bit dodgy because I've been using this for a week now. Just re-wicked it a couple of times. Airflow goes in there, comes back out up there, if you can see, and then you can set it up for single or dual coil. So you have a 3-slot design here. So if you place it there, then you can see all the way through, and if you place it with just the one, then you can obviously set it up for single coil. Now this isn't a bad RDA actually for nickel builds, although I haven't been doing a huge amount of them because of the grub style screws in the top. It means that they're not going to back out, they're not going to give you any problems. But what I really wanted to go into was the competition cap, which you can get for the Freakshow Mini, which I absolutely love. So we get rid of this and have a look at this bad boy. So this is the comp cap. What do they call it? They call it the Freakshow Mini broad cap. In stainless steel, this is an authentic, very, very small box, but then to be fair, you don't really need it. And then you have this amazing little top cap, which I am in love with. It's got the same great airflow as you have with the RDA in standard mode. Let me just get some juice off that. Same great airflow, but you have a really nice broad top cap to use, and you can drip through that no problem. It's fixed, so you don't need to take that bit off, so you can drip through, or you can just pop the cap off. It's not massively firm, but it's firm enough that you're not going to drop it. The O-rings are pretty good, so I mean that's a steel tube, and it's just being held on by the pressure of the O-rings. So yeah, I think that's excellent. And actually, that looks really cool with that setup. Actually, let me just drip it just a little bit, and then I'll get back onto it and have a little vape. And hopefully you can see the difference. I absolutely love that broad airflow. All of my my RDAs now have a much broader airflow. I don't like the standard drip tips so much anymore. So there we go. Okay, so there is the Mutation X Mech mod with the Freakshow Mini with the comp cap on top. So let's have a vape of that. And I'm going to put this down. because that's annoying. I think this battery might be dying a bit. Yeah, I think the battery might be going a little bit. Yeah, that is a fantastic vape. As I said, I'm gushing a little bit about this, but that is one of, I think that's probably got to be my favourite atomizer of the moment. The only thing that I would say is I would kind of like slightly deeper juice wells. Appreciate that's a little bit difficult with the way that the airflow works, but yeah, this works an absolute treat. Yeah, cool. So thank you very much for watching. The next video is going to be on the fishbone, I think, and maybe another box mod potentially. Let's have a look. But thank you very much for watching. As always, thank you for all your views, your comments, your subscriptions. I really do appreciate it. I am blown away with the amount of positive comments that I get. It's just little old me, doing these reviews in this room, doing nothing particularly special, but everyone seems to be interested, so thank you very much. And I will always endeavour to answer any comments and questions. I am not an expert on this, but I've been doing it for a little while now, so if you do have any questions, please do ask, and if it's something which is appropriate, then potentially I can do a video on it. But thanks for watching, and thanks very much.